Welcome to the EverSmart City channel. I'm Sophia Olivas, CEO of EverSmart City. Thank you for joining us. EverSmart City uses shipping containers to provide affordable housing powered by renewable energy. It has sustainable agriculture and is integrated with blockchain technology.
My name is Mark Anthony, co founder of EverSmart City. And if this is your first time seeing us, be sure to like this video and subscribe and turn on your notifications to see all of our future videos. And be sure to check out all of our past videos. We've done a bunch of videos on SDG goals and some of the other features, goals, and visions of EverSmart City. Today, we're going to be talking about some of the community amenities and including 8 amenities that every smart city should have. So, this video is going to start us off with some of the first few ones.
Yes, let's talk about it. Let's talk about how EverSmart City is going to have accredited chartered education from kindergarten all the way through high school. So is to raise up leaders. So we are looking for more of the Montessori type of education where you're learning things that will help you become a leader, whether or not you want to learn a trade, that it's actually an adult certification trade by the time you get out of high school, that you're ready to move right into that field. Or if you want to become an entrepreneur and you want to learn how to do your performas and work on your cash flow and all the things that you need to learn to actually become a leader out in the world. So that's one of the things. We also incorporate the seniors into our development, and we have them work with the students, those that aren't in athletics right after school. We have them meet in our collaborative workspace, and we have the seniors, and in the makerspace, they go and take the students and they take the kids and teach them how to actually build things in the makerspace. And at the same time, the children get to work with the seniors and teach them about technology and how blockchain works and how crypto works and how to open up a crypto wallet or an NFT wallet and things like that. In addition to, I mentioned a couple other things, we also have a makerspace. The makerspace is one of the places where both residents and the public alike can come and utilize tooling and tools such as welders, things like that, 3D printers, to be able to create and complete projects. In addition to that, we also have a collaborative workspace, which many of you guys are really familiar with. Those are where companies can come in, small businesses, entrepreneurs can come in and they can work in open space format, or they can also have some offices. There's also a recording studio in there. There's a place to do, if you're doing anything on the web, if you're an influencer and you need to record, there's a green screen room, there's conference rooms where you can also plug in and do virtual conferences and have them join in with you. So a lot of great technology, a lot of way to keep the vibe and all of it with the whole development, including free Wi-Fi for both the public and the residents. Mark?
Some of the other features that we have is renewable energy in our first community. In Arizona, we're going to be taking full advantage of the sun and putting as much solar and battery storage as we can. For this project here in Phoenix, we've put together a plan of about a 2 megawatt solar system and battery storage system. We also have a quick tidbit, an incentivization program where if residents beat daily average usage of electricity, there'll be incentivization rewards that we've worked out with Arizona State University's sustainable department. They have a program called Greenlight Solutions, and they've helped us for 3 semesters with interns. In one semester, the interns were looking at different reward programs where residents can earn rewards for positive behaviors or volunteering within the community. And one of the incentivization's rewards was energy usage. So essentially, the we have put together a system, a 2 megawatt system based off of the average household usage, and we're basically kind of allocated a certain amount of energy per household based off of national averages and regional and city averages. And if those residents use less than their allocated amount, then they can be rewarded, almost like a buyback program, or what they used to have in Arizona, um, where it was called net metering. There's no longer net metering. We'd kind of almost bring net metering back in a sense, but in a different way, in terms of incentivization and rewards, because whatever extra energy that we don't end up using, we're going to be using to mine on the blockchain, and use those mining rewards as a buyback program inside of the community to reward people. So we'll have a huge renewable energy program, as well as when we go into other communities, other developments, and other locations, we'll be using all different types of renewable energy equipment, whether it be solar, wind, water turbines. We're going to be able to implement all the latest and greatest technology wherever we go. We'll also have a huge agricultural sector that's also going to help us complete our self sustainable goals, and growing our own food and having a farmer's market. When it comes to growing the food, we're looking at building a 20,000 square foot facility, prefer maybe a 2 or 3 story indoor facility or controlled climate. And we're also going to be integrating the blockchain with all of our growing and all of our agriculture. We're going to be doing many different types of growing techniques, from aquaponics, hydroponics, aeroponics, vertical gardening, and then good old dirt and soil, and using the blockchain as a supply chain management software or tool that helps us, say in the hydroponics, regulate all the pH levels in the water and really record it. So essentially, when it comes down, when you get to the farmer's market, you're sorting through the tomatoes and the grapes and the bananas, and you can scan a QR code. And essentially, what that QR code will do is bring you to the public block explorer, which essentially lets you look at all of the history on the blockchain or the digital ledger, and you'll be able to look at the specific history of the item that you picked. You'll be able to see all the days it was watered. You'll be able to see how much light it got, if it was grown in aquaponics, hydroponics, aeroponics, or vertical gardening. It might even have a video clip stream to each day, right? A timestamp video where you can scroll through the timestamp and look at it from the moment it was planted from a seed to the day it was harvested. That will all be part of the blockchain and helping us create a self-sustainable economy, as well as being able to help us determine what to grow, when to grow, how much to grow. That will be another feature of the blockchain: live data of the consumer reports and retail reports to kind of see different trends of what to grow. So that way, in April, we're not growing a whole bunch of pumpkins when people eat pumpkins in October. So really just getting back to food consumption without over producing, over consuming, to help control waste. We don't want to have too much extra waste. So it'll be one thing that uh, blockchain that can help to supply to create a really sustainable development. Because if we start growing too much of one plant or fruit or vegetable at the wrong time, we could use too much water, too much electricity, and it would be a bad displacement use of our resources. So it really helps us to really fine tune where all of our resources are going and allocated to, and not overusing any water, any electricity inside the community. which also helps us create a more sustainable environment and ecosystem all the way, keep it completely well-rounded. It will be beyond organic, virtual growth in 20,000 square feet can produce enough to feed 1,000 residents, 200 businesses, and the surrounding community, as well as community gardens public and for both the public and the residents. So that kind of gives you a
Yeah.
whole look on the community.
Yeah, and you have also a community center that will have a gym, swimming pool. There's also an event center where we will have live concerts, theater, all kinds of performances that will be there. The whole community is going to be enveloped within music and art. There'll be sculpture gardens. You'll hear music in the walkways from local and international artists, as well as muralists that will be decorating the walls. There's so much to go on in this city, and we so look forward to sharing more with you as the days come. We thank you so much for joining the EverSmart City channel, where technology enhances the human experience.